I am Farhana and this is my partner Shuhada. Together we'll be discussing about a very relevant topic, which is the digital wellness policy that our campus is planning to implement.
Good morning, everyone. The policy aims to restrict students' access to social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter during class hour and study periods. The main goal is to help students focus better on their study and reduce distractions during class hour and study periods.
Yes. However, as student representatives, we want to examine both the positive and negative sides of this proposal before giving our group's response.
Exactly. We will have exploring how this policy could impact students' academic performance, mental health, and social interactions.
Alright, let's begin by discussing the reasons behind this proposed policy. So, Shada, what do you think?
From what I read, the university noticed that many students often use social media during class. Lecturers have reported that this affects intentions and participations for the students. For example, sometimes I use social media during the lectures, so I lack of focus during the class and didn't take any notes about what the teacher have teach.
That's true. Even during group activities, some students can't resist checking their phones. It has become a habit and almost like a reflex. Every time they see a notification pops up on their phone, they will firstly grab their phone and check text notification even though it is not important.
Yes, I can relate to that because sometimes when I'm studying, I just open Instagram for a minute, but then I realize the time has passed for about 30 minutes. So I already use my 30 minutes by using the social media and open my Instagram. I didn't even know the time is past.
And your time just passed like that, just is wasted just like that. So yes, exactly. So the intention behind the policy is good. The campus wants to help students stay more focused, reduce digital addiction, and also encourage healthier student study habits. This will ju- this just this proposal will not just affect will not give I'm sorry, this proposal will not just give benefits to the lecturers or the campus, but also for students. They need to see it from the positive side.
Right, I agree with you. But the big question is restricting social media access is the right way to achieve that? Because I think the student and university will have a big fight because of the restricting social media, and student will did not like the idea of it.
I know this question is coming, and that's what we'll discuss today. So, moving on to the next part, which is arguments for the policy, which is what has been worried by our students. Let's start with the positive side first. Why is this policy could actually benefit our students?
For me, I think the first one is it can reduce distraction. When social media's apps are blocked during lectures, students will have fewer reasons to look at their phones. This will help them stay focused. For example, they will know what the lecturer are teaching. They will get what the explanation from the lecturer, and they also have the time to make a note during the lecture, so they didn't have to study it after the class, but they can use the note for their study for the exam and the test. So it will help to save their times.
Yes, of course. And mind you, focus is essential. Research shows that multitasking between a lecture and phone users reduces comprehension. Students might think they can listen and scroll at the same time, but their brain actually can't process both effectively unless they're a very gifted students. That's the other story. But today we are here to discuss the importance of this proposal to our students. So we can actually students need to focus more on the class because sometimes what the things that have been said by the lecturers are not recorded, or it cannot be repeated. So in order for us to not lose the important facts or details, we need to put down our phone and social media for a while and focus more on the lecture so that we won't miss any important details.
Exactly, I agree with you. I think the second one is this policy can help improve time management for students, because if we are not spending time scrolling through videos, we will have more time to review lessons or rest. For example, students can change their routine from scrolling through their videos on TikTok or Instagram. They can change to do study and do the revisions for the class, and they also can get some rest to reduce their stress, or maybe playing, going outside, do the jogging or playing badminton, so they can feel more energetic to do the activity and feel more healthy.
Yes, I understand. But I also think it promotes mental wellness among our students. Many students compare themselves to others online, which can cause stress or insecurity. Taking a break during study hours can help clear the mind, because sometimes people doesn't appreciate what do they have in front of them right now, but they focuses more on what others have that they don't have now, and this will just lead to insecurity and sadness, anger. um, um, so putting down phones during lectures or study hours can help reduce this mental health problem.
That's a great point. Sometimes we don't realize how much social media affects our emotion. For example, from my experience, I feel insecure whenever I open my Instagram or TikTok and I saw a beautiful girl that have a flawless skins, have a good makeup look. For I think that will my insecurity going up, and I feel like why cannot be like them like that. So I think a short digital detox might actually help students feel calm and more productive. Like for me, I usually going my social media deactive because I feel like whenever I feel insecure or have a problem, I deactive my social media so I feel more calm and more productive. So I think that's the way for students to reduce their stress.
Yes. Moreover, the classroom environment might become more engaging. Without phones, students will pay more attention, participate more in discussions, and interact with peers face to face. For example, when their classmates present in front of the class, some of the students doesn't even pay attention and plays on their phone, doom scrolling TikTok and Instagram. Um, to the part that when lecturers ask if there's any question to the floor, and students will be like, oh, there's no question, there's nothing that they want to ask, they understand everything, but uh, the truth is they don't even listen to the explanation, that they have no question for the presenters.
Yes, I agree with you because, for example, I sometimes saw my classmates playing their phones during the lectures time. So whenever the lecturer explained anything, they didn't hear what the lecturer say, and whenever lecturer say, "Do you have any questions?" they will say no. But after the class, they will ask their friends about what the lecturer is talking about, what is their homeworks today. They don't understand what the lecturer's explanation, and they didn't get the information. So I think yes, I think the policy could encourage better communication and teamwork between students, because students will be more focused on what are the lecturers gonna say during the lectures.
So, in summary, the main advantages are it can help students reduce distraction. Secondly, improve focus and performance. The third one is they can have better time management. The fourth one is stronger social interaction. I'm sorry. The fifth one is positive mental health impact.
That's quite a list of benefits, but
I know what you're going to say. Every policy will always has another side. So let's look to the part which is against the policy, arguments that is against the policy.
yes, while I agree with the intentions, I'm concerned that this policy might be too restrictive because students are adults and they don't like to be told like a children's, and if the restricting social media happen, there will be a huge fight.
How so?
Well, social media isn't always a bad thing. Many students use it for educational purpose. For example, to follow online lectures, find explanations on YouTube, or join study groups on WhatsApp. For example, students right now really love to use ChatGPT. For me, I also love to use ChatGPT based on my experience. I use it for a simple and easy explanation. Like when the lecture is giving an explanation about one topic and I didn't understand what the lecturer's gonna say, so I will ask ChatGPT to explain to me in a simple and easy explanations so I really understand it.
That's true. Some lecturers even encourage students to look up examples on TikTok or Pinterest. If access is blocked, it might interfere with their learning process, so it will make it harder for the slow learning students to understand the lecture notes or what is being presented in front of the class.
Exactly. Another concern is that it limits freedom and autonomy. University students are adults. We should be taught self-control, not forced to follow restriction, because students is adult, right? And adult didn't like to be told like a children. Like children have so many things they have restricted, so student will ask, hey, are we a children? Why we need to be restricted from using the social media? So I think they will, if the restriction happen, student will fight against it.
I agree. The university should trust students to manage their own time responsibly. If everything is restricted, students may feel they're being treated like school children.
Also, social media is a big part of campus life. Clubs, societies, and announcements are shared there. Blocking access could make it harder for students to stay informed about activities. For example, if there are any carnivals or competitions, the students will use TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, or Telegram to share to the other student about the competitions, and this platform also make them the words easier for them to spread the news around what happens around the university.
That's true. Even we, as student representatives, use Instagram and Telegram to share updates. It would be inconvenient if we couldn't access those platforms to broadcast the informations or the important things going around our campus.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like for example, like us, we representative, we use a platform like TikTok, social media, or Telegram, but mostly we use Telegram and WhatsApp to spread the news and inform about what happens right now through the WhatsApp and Telegram. For like we inform that many students have been infected by influenza, so we can remind them through the WhatsApp and Telegram to take care of their health, or whenever or when they have a influenza symptom, they need to go to the clinic. And we also can make the procedure to the clinic more easier by using WhatsApp and Telegram to call the representative to help students that are sick. Lastly, I think I worry that blocking social media might only make students find ways around it, like using mobile data instead of campus Wi-Fi to avoid the restriction.
That's so true. If students really want to scroll, they'll surely find a way.
Exactly. So instead of strict bans, Maybe the university should focus on awareness and guidance to the students, because strict bans, I think, is still too much for them.
Yes. So, in summary, the disadvantages are it will restricts education. This will restrict educational access. Secondly, it will reduces student freedom, and the third one is it will affect campus communication among the students and the student representative or even the lecturers. The fourth one is it may not solve the root problem. So we'll move on to the next part, which is finding balance of this proposal. So, how do we balance both sides? We agree that focus is important, but freedom also matters.
Maybe the answer lies in moderation. The university could limit access only during lecture hours, not the entire day, because the class will of every day the class will end by 5 p.m. So I think the restriction have to end like at the 5 p.m. So after the 5 p.m. the students still can use the social media to do their homework or to feel more less stressed and watch their and chat with their family or update on their social media.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Or they can create digital detox hours, maybe from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. When everyone focuses on study, and after that, student can use social media freely. So, this step also ensures that student will manage their time by following the digital detox hours, where they will use they will use the 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Time to study, and after that they can go on continuing their daily life activities.
Yes, I think that's a good idea, and the approach will encourage students to be more disciplined while respecting their freedom, because the student will be more disciplined because of the screen times on social media. They limit their screen time on social media, and they also can freely use the social media.
Another idea is to provide digital wellness workshops. Students could learn about time management, online safety, and the effects of screen addiction on the workshop. This will definitely help students who have hard time separating with their social media platform, especially those who are an influencer on social media. They tend to check out on the latest trends, so that they won't be left out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the workshop will help them to reduce their screen times on social media, and they also can change it by
To be more
to be more disciplined. That's a very practical. Awareness is more powerful than punishments. When students understand the benefit of balance, they will make a wiser choice when they want to play when they want to play social media during the class. They will think, oh, maybe I cannot understand what the lecturer's gonna teach later, so maybe I will check the social media later and focus on the class first.
Also, the university can promote self-regulation tools such as apps that can track screen time or remind users to take breaks. I think there is already apps like this that have been created um, by the engineers, because I myself use the reminder app to remind myself whenever I get too distracted with social media or spending time with my friends, that I forgot to do my assignments. So these apps definitely help me to manage my time wisely.
Yes, even our phones already have that feature. We just need encouragement to use it. For example, a person like me always forgets what time is it now. So I need reminders that reminds me now is 7:30, so I have played the phones like about 1 hour or 30 minutes. So I need to go back to the study and or do the homeworks. So I didn't forget to do it.
Yes, and instead of blocking social media, this university could collaborate with content creators or student influencers to spread positive messages about mindful use of social media. This will ensure that the students are more attracted to the importance of this proposal, so that um, it will work effectively, because um, they are connecting with their student influences, their peers, about the mindful use of social media.
Yeah, I love that. Peer influence works better than rules because peer is the friends that the same age with us, so we feel really close to them, and we really listen to what they're gonna say, what they advise us to do. We feel like we trust them, so we will follow the advice they say. So I think the peer is the good idea.
So, in summary, our balanced solution would include: the first one is limited restriction during lecture hours. The second one is digital detox campaigns. The third one is um, creating wellness workshop. The fourth one is building self-control apps, or introducing them to students. The fifth one is peer-led awareness campaigns.
That is a very student-friendly approach for the student to about their policy.
Okay, so let's move on to the emotional and mental health perspective. So what do you think, Farah?
Okay, let's talk briefly about mental health. Many people assume social media is the main reason students feel anxious or isolated. For example, like our family, our moms, they will say, this is because of the phones, of the social media that makes me feel isolated from the family.
Yes, but the real issue is how we use it actually. If we use it to connect and learn, then it's beneficial for us. If we overuse it, then it will become harmful for us.
Exactly. That is why total restriction won't help the student. It just hides the symptoms from the students. Education and self-awareness are more sustainable because it will help them to show the symptoms they are hiding.
And maybe the policy can include access to counseling or support groups for students that actually struggle with digital addiction.
That's a thoughtful idea. Combining digital rules with emotional support will make the policy more holistic, because some of the students have a digital addictions and they don't know where to talk about this. So I think that is a good idea.
Yes, I agree. So, for conclusion and recommendation for this proposal, I think let's summarize what we have discussed today.
Sure. We begin by recognizing that the digital wellness policy aims to help students focus and promote healthy technology habits.
Yes, and we acknowledge that the policy could reduce distractions and improve classroom engagement.
However, we also point out its weakness. It may limit educational use, reduce autonomy, and affect communication between students.
So instead of a full restriction, we recommend a balanced approach, which is limited access only during lectures, digital detox programs, educational workshops, student awareness campaigns.
And of course, involving students in the decision-making process that will make everyone feel included and respected in each other.
So, in conclusion, digital wellness should not mean digital control. It's about guiding students to use technology wisely and responsibly.
Exactly. Balance is the key and not the ban the social media.
Yes. So, thank you for listening to our discussion, guys. We hope our suggestion will help the university design a more effective and student-centered policy. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.